makes you get your freak on. The bomb, baby, bomb, baby. It makes you get your freak on. Ooh-wee. The bomb. Pure pleasure, pleasing malt liquor.
Well, if you caught that before, I don't know if you caught that before, because this is what popped up before. So what happened was we did about, I don't know, 10 minutes worth of video, and what we were looking at was basically we came here. Well, okay, so we started here. Hey, look, it's still doing it. Started here with Leonardo.ai, and we were just going to put in a prompt of create a 30 by 16, so long, not too tall, wide picture frame, ornate picture frame, or decorative picture frame, empty picture frame. And it's been doing this since about 6:15. It is 6:49 on the clock right now. Partially cloudy skies. Traffic is not that bad. I don't know, because I haven't been out there in it.
Do dress warm though. The weather is getting a little bit crisp. A little crispy, crunchy, peanut buttery out there.
But then, since that's doing that, and it's going to be doing that, because this is just how stuff goes, I'll go here to the 1001freefonts.com.
1001freefonts.com.
What you want to do is go with the dingbats, because dingbats are the ones with the pictures. And then you find we're looking for things that we can build a frame out of, or things that are already framed. To build a frame, a picture frame. That's all we wanted, was a stupid picture frame. It would have been easy with Leonardo. What you want to do is come down here to license type, put in free, so then those are the ones that you can use freely without getting sued. Yay! Not being sued. After that, we hit update, and then it pulls out all the ones that are free. And then we picked a few, then we downloaded those. And then we were going to open this Photoshop here, but Photoshop, because it's this computer, Photoshop turns off the screen recorder, and then it deletes all the footage that you recorded, so you're left with this. He's like,
I don't know. Whatever you're doing, I don't care. I don't know. I'm just here locked in the green box. I'm in Phantom Zone. Me and General's eye. No.
whatever. So, here we go. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is go to new, and what we want is a more wide than tall. This is 15 by 10. Let's go 20 by 10. 20 by 10 inches and 700 DPI. Oh, this is going to kill me. This is going to be good. Well, I don't really need it that detailed, Not really. So 700 might work, but 850. We'll go 850. Why not? It's going to be just basic text in the middle. And then the text is the confusing part. So, oh yes, and this here, and what is this called? 1001 free fonts. When you download the font, and then it'll come over to your, however you upload things from your computer that you downloaded, whatever program that is. For instance, this here, mobile icons, we'll go with this one. Even though we already downloaded it in the other video, I'll show you this here. So you can, if you don't have like the zip file openers, you can just go to open with, and then Windows Explorer, and then Windows Explorer will open it for you. Then you right click, and then, or you double click and hit open. You download stuff from 1001 free fonts. There's a phrase that's usually here, and that phrase is usually the quick brown fox jumps over the something. I don't remember the last part, but I remember the quick brown fox jumps over the whatever the thing is. Why is that important? Because you know that this is T. I'll do it down here. THEQUICKBROW, and this is what we want. This right here, the letter W. So that makes it quicker for us when we're doing things. If you can see the letter that you need in this example that they give you, then kudos to you. See, BROWNFOX.
Is it THEQU? What is this? So it's something U. Yeah, the quick brown fox jumps over the something. And the second letter is U. Ugly? Is it ugly? No, it's not, because there's something before the U.
I don't know, whatever. So we know the letter that we want to use is U, and that's in the font called Mobile Icons. And we're going back to Photoshop here, because Photoshop just closed when the clock is up here. Stop button, stop, record, pause, and then 5 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. Add 15 minutes before this thing shuts off, and then we had to start all over. W.
The part where I click W is right. The font is white. Why is it the default white? Why is it a white default on a white background? Because why not? And we're looking for MO mobile. No, not mine. Whatever. We'll use that to make it to embiggen it. There you go. For the folks that love embiggening. Yeah, I could just make the font bigger, or I'll just. Ugh, for goodness sakes. Well, let's do that then, because stuff is stupid right now. Yeah, you could zoom in and just make it bigger that way. But whatever.
MOBILE, mobile icons. There it is. That's, oh, what? You jerk. Oh, wait. Was it a capital W? Capital W, lowercase w. It's a lowercase w. That's what we needed. Alright, lowercase w. Control T.
There. Grabbed it. There. Control T. Transform. Thank you. I'll do it there. And then we will image or layer. That's what it is, layer.
Then rasterize the type.
Rasta. Rasterize the type. I know your type is Rasta. Then we'll go here and delete that because we don't need it. And come over here and delete that because we don't need it. And that's what we're left with. Deselect, Control D, deselect. So this is it. Control T just to make sure there's nothing funky happening outside of this. Okay, there we go. That's cool. Alright, and then let's see here. This is one of those annoying things. New layer. As a matter of fact, okay, we'll okay that. Even though we didn't really have to do that. File, save, because things are jerks. And they will stop randomly. They will just close up on you. No, we don't need to add the commercials. It's not in the scraps folder. There is a generalized folder for all of the t-shirt stuff. Make a new folder. And we're going to call that new folder the art. Yeah, that works. Enter. This is the actual file name.
There it is. Boom. So we're good. Shut off all you want now, computer. I've been saved. Saved by the power.
What power?
The power of the babe.
What babe? You guys. Okay, so then that's what we're doing. This thing here. We're going to hit this here. And have this fun. We're going to have this fun moment. This fun. Just so much fun. Why is the default always white? That is so stupid. That's very, very annoying. Very annoying. So much. I'm just going to delete that whole thing in frustration. Click T for type again. Going to come here and then hit. See, it's all left, it's all white. If you just hold down 0, it'll fill up with 0, and that'll turn it black. Which it should be because the background is black. Just here on the inside is black, so why would he give you the default? A, B, that's uppercase C, lowercase c, uppercase D, E, enter F, G, H, I, J, K, enter L, M, N, O, C, enter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, so why'd you do that? What's that all about?
What that for? Because then you go here. CELTIC, Celtic Frames, and as he was cutting the patties, there it is. Alright, I'll take that off. So then you have all the letters there, and you can then zoom in and see which ones you want. You don't have to do that whole scroll thing. You can just click here and scroll through the whole font and see what works.
You see? There you go. That's what you're looking at. Hey, look. We got stuff happening. Just random stuff that we don't need and didn't ask for. Didn't click on. Didn't do anything. Had nothing to do with nothing. Other than the fact that I'm trying to do a video in 15 minutes or less. Just showing you, but I'll forget the time for now because it's just going to be stupid. 11 minutes so far. 14 seconds, 15 seconds, 16 seconds in. Out of 15 minutes, but yeah.
So there's that. That's what the frames look like. These are the free ones that you can use freely. What's a good one? What's a good one, folks? Some folks gravitate towards that. We just want a simple but decorative thing.
This one here looks good enough, but at the same time, it don't really doesn't really grab me. It doesn't speak to me as a person, as an individual. It doesn't resonate.
So maybe not Celtic fonts. So the other one that we did was called something.
I guess that, hey, the part where we clicked in there and then you click. No, we're not doing that. No, not doing clickety stuff today. Okay. We're going to have to scroll through every letter. What about a drop down? Will that work? Will we get a drop down? Can we do that? Can we drop down? The part where I click on the drop down. There. Oh boy. It's the part where you just overdose on happiness. Oh. We'll just go here because there. And it's loading down there. There it is. Okay. Sure, we will go with these two down here. That works fine. That works just fine. That's fine. That is just fine.
That's fine. That's just fine. That's so fine. That's just fine. Fine.
So we'll click those there and delete. I know we could just click these two here, just hit Control C and then just click outside.
Just click outside. But
there. Control V. Alright, and then actually let's embiggen them. Because embiggening is the thing that you want to embiggen. I'm just looking at shapes here to see what shapes are what and then how to do things.
for this, that's all. Okay. Yes.
Okay, got it. I was basically breaking this apart. Seeing the top here. See this here? This shape here? You can get away with any letter that is this shape or any number that is this shape, which is the number. Let's see it. Control T. Here we go. 0. So zeros, O's. That's lowercase o. This is capital O. Well, let me put them. So that's 0 on the first one. Then enter. Then uppercase O. Then lowercase o. And then we will go with the letter D. Capital D. And anyone else? I think that's it. Yeah, we'll go with those. Alright. And why did you pick those?
15 minutes, the screen, it cut off the recorder. See it? It cuts off and it shows you just like, hi, look, I did my job. We recorded. We didn't do this one. We screwed you over. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you, screen recorder. So this is the second video for this thing, which is another fresh reset of 15 minutes. So why did I pick these letters? Because these letters and numbers, the 0, the uppercase O, lowercase o, and then the D. If you flip this sideways, see, if you put a line here and this here, that's the letter D. See? D. And 0, that would be the 0. For some of them, the 0 is shaped like that. For others, the O is shaped like that, so you can get away with that shape. And what we're going to do is we'll go back over to this here, 5 and 6, because this is 5 and 6. See? 5 and 6. That was the numbers, 5 and 6. And we're going to make that font bigger. Click in and jog wheel scrolling up. It's not going to show me until I hit enter. Thank you very much. Boom. Wow, that was not big at all.
Let's just do 300.
This is where we fight!
Okay, so 300 looks good. And the reason why you make the font bigger is so that the actual pixelation, the pixels, are bigger. And it's more crisp. If I made a small letter and just made the thing bigger, like made a small letter, then rise the layer, and then drag it out bigger, these lines, the curves and everything might get all pixelated and weird. So I want it about that big. This is the whole full size of the image. And there's that there. And what I'll do also is while it's still, actually this is one facing up, this is one facing down. Is it the same? It is the same. So I can just flip that upside down. So cool. We'll save space. See, this is just this flipped. So yeah, we only need one. And what I'll do now is Control T. Stretch that bad boy.
Well, actually, maybe we don't want to stretch that bad boy. Maybe we want to do this here. Just about like to there. Well, that was kind of weird. About to there. Yeah, to there.
And we might need a new shape size here. We might need a new size. Because I was planning to do something rectangular. Wide ways rectangular. But it's looking like, because of this phone idea now, it might be vertical rectangular. So, I enter there so that this letter is actually there, and that's fine. Move the W, which is the phone, over here, and that's fine. What I'm going to do is measure off, so this is, what, 20? Let's go, yes, we'll move all this over too. Yes, oops, that's the 5, and then these guys. Put you in the middle. Alright, and
Bring a guideline over to the 10.
right there in the 10. Okay, right there to the 10.
So what is that, 10 by 10 square? Sure. Then we'll crop.
I brought the guideline over so it would just lock onto the line there. So then it should be a nice clean 10.
Supposedly. Hopefully.
I'll click here on the background layer. Get out of the crop thing. And put another guideline.
I could just move this one. Yes, I know. But I'll put that right there. That should be 5, which is half, so that it's centered. And then another one here, which should snap. There it goes. Boom, 5, centered.
So now I can work nice and centered and even and level.
Level above human.
Level above human.
The evolutionary level above human.
So then, bring this S in. It's a 5, I know, but it looks like an S.
This here looks like S. I don't know what kind of S this looks like, but looks like some S. There. I'm a funny mustache. Oh, I'm extravagant. Yes. Then we're going to go back here to the D thing. In fact, let's turn you off. And then we'll go here to the D thing. We want to change the font to see things and
I'm thinking, oh wow, see, there you go. That kind of works a little bit. So if you find stuff that works, what you want to do is you go over here to the top corner and you place your thing there. Then you hold down Alt. This is in Photoshop. It's Photoshop 6 years is way better. There's probably a way easier way to do this. It's 2025, so you have an easier, better way to do this. You're on like Photoshop XZ 8 million. So yes, using what I got.
Hold down Alt, you click on it, you drag over, then you let it go, and then you let go of Alt, and you have made a copy of what you wanted. Why? So then you can turn this layer off, but you have preserved that font, so you can come back and find that piece later. And then you click up here to the other fonts, and then you press the down arrow.
And then down, nope. Nope.
I wish it wouldn't take so long between the time that I press the key and when the thing changes shape and then it load. They'd be like, what is this chipmunk thing doing? What it's doing is
No. Scroll. Nobody has the shape of the ood.
Because it's OOOOD.
Nobody has the image of the ood that we're looking for.
only that one did. Only that one. That's kind of it. That might. I mean, that's it's.
Yeah, let's work with that. Work with that. This guy here is quantum something or other. So we'll do that. So you got this one here, and we got that one there.
Now, this one here, this first one is kind of already done.
Double click that. I'll hit down and put it at the bottom. Or not. Whatever. Do what you do. Then I'll click this one here. And what we won't like is this top one here. Even though this one here is not bad.
This we definitely don't need. This we definitely don't need. So, I'll get rid of those two. And we embiggen. As a matter of fact, let me duplicate that layer. I know I'm lazy. I could, instead of duplicating it, just hit Control C. Like highlight that, hit Control C, then hit Control V. This is actually more steps because after you duplicate it, then you have to delete one. And then on the other one, you gotta delete the one that you did not delete.
So we're deleting the top. We are deleting the top one. And keeping the bottom one. There we go. So we got one top, one bottom. Whichever one is which, I don't care.
So take all three of these, put them side by side. You there, side by side. And what we're going to do is group all of those layers. Then we'll turn this phone back on. And then since they're all grouped, hit Control T to transform them all at the same time. And then I'll bring it up that way, because that is about as wide, except for this first one. But that's about as wide, pretty much. That's the phone. We'll bring it out a little bit, just to do that, just to bring that out. And what I'm looking at is the inside shape here, the negative space. Or is, I don't know, whatever you want to call that. If you want to call the black positive space and the inside negative space, because this is what the image, so that's positive, so that's stuff that you're creating that's filled. And then the negative space is stuff that's empty. Or if you want to look at it the other way, the reverse way, it's up to you, my friend. It's up to you. Do what you do. Do what you do. Yes, apply. Apply yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Diversify your bonds. Let's take this one and I'll center it there. Okay. Then hit Control T, grab the bottom corner and bring it out evenly. That's good. But you see how thick that is? That's going to be chunkity. I don't know if we wanted that chunkity. Which is why... Enter. There we go. Which is why this first one might be the one. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to, just seeing what other options I had. Control T. Make that bigger, so there. That's about it. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that one. We will go with that. That's fine.
Alright. And...
Really, that's it? That's all that's on cell phones is just that little circle thing, and then the other thing there, the square thing? That's it. That's the shape of a phone.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it now, ain't it? Yep. Alright, okay, so then,
me, myself, I like to just make circles by making circles and then filling it in, as opposed to using the circle tool, because that's right, we need a new layer to fill you in. There you go, friend, there you go. Because sometimes the circle tool gives you an outline and then it's turned into a whole thing, and it's annoying. And what we're trying to do now is not be annoyed.
Go on, center yourself, my friend, center yourself. Yes, in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Yes. Down, hold down shift and then it goes down quicker. A spoonful of shifter helps the thingity go down quicker. The thingity go down quicker. The thingity go, it's not really doing it. Hey, and then the screen shut off. You couldn't see that, but I could see it. And there it is. There we go.
Because the screen the one that is the actual computer, this is a monitor that I'm looking at. It's a computer monitor, because the one laptop screen, since we're at 13 minutes and we're going to do another video anyway, the laptop screen from here to here, so this space here, from here to here.
Oh, you're not doing it, you're doing it. Let me do this. Okay, new layer. There we go. And I'll fill this up so then you can see the annoyance of what I'm working with. So, a new layer from, and we'll go with the rectangular tool, from here to here. And then I'll fill this in with black. Control D for deselect. And I'll just cut some slices in here. Count your blessings, my friend. Count your blessings. All you folks at home, we're at 14 minutes. So when we come back, it's 14:46, 47. I'll do this and then I'll show you when we come back. It'll be a quick cut to you, but to me it's actual time being dispensed.
So, yeah, what's all this? So without the monitor that I'm looking at, that is a clear screen. If I were to just use the laptop screen, this is what I would be looking at. If this was the full screen, right now, like looking at the laptop screen, this from here down to the bottom, to the icon, all of this here, all this space, even the icons down here, has these lines running through it because of one crack in the screen here, which is a big black blotch. And then there's these lines going up and down here, which go all the way up to the top, and then all the way down to the bottom. And these go from here all the way across to the edge, all the way down. And then from here,
well, let me move it over. I'll move this over. You there, I'll move you over to the edge so I can see you right there. I'll take you and move this over to the edge and show you exactly what the screen looks like. And there we go. So,
that's what the screen looks like. All this space here is black and dead. Dead pixels from a screen crack that was down here in the corner. And then these lines here go all the way up to the top and down to the bottom. And then these lines here go all the way across the whole screen, even the part that you can't see, all this space over here. That's what we're working with.
This is the setup. So there's a laptop over there with the cracks in the screen, and then a monitor here on the table. And then there's a keyboard which is balanced on an angled pillow with a binder, a folder, one of those things that you keep a pad in, a legal pad. And the reason it's this close is because it's all sitting on my lap. The microphone's right there. So you're looking at that there through the computer, and you're like going around it, trying to keep looking at the screen as you're working, and you got to keep your hands free here. Then you can mouse around on this space here, but you got to make sure this doesn't fall off. And then there's the sound block right there. Couch blessings. You're doing great. You're doing great. Trust me, you're doing great. You, my friend, you're doing so good right now.
Doing so good, so good. I'm gonna sip my tea. Refreshing. I normally can't eat meat because my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which pretty much makes me a vegetarian, but I do love the taste of a good burger. You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in France? It said circle. And we'll do a, well, yes, new layer, yes, okay. Well, I could have named it there, but call it a bar. Control D. Also, the keyboard on the laptop doesn't work, so I have a keyboard on my laptop, which is falling off my lap. And we don't need that. Then, not that there. And we'll make this bigger.
This one. Control T. Yeah, I guess about that big. Okay.
Alright, so that's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going for. Make sure that's centered. And these are the sides. Let's clear the background out. So we can see that. That we'll keep. That we can leave down at the bottom. Down at the bottom. Down at the bottom.
You didn't say the magic word. Down at the bottom. And then this is the letter O. We don't need that one. And maybe we need that one. Control Z.
Yeah, that's the one that we need. This one is the one that we don't need. And this is the other one that we don't need. So we can get rid of that one and keep the other one that we do need.
That's a circle. We'll put you back down here to stay centered. Stay centered. How does that feel off? Good enough. Yeah, we'll keep that on top there. Alright, and then the sides, we'll do this. Actually, and we'll duplicate this layer, duplicate that, okay, flip that up there, okay, turn you here, red, okay.
Make a red layer so you can see through all the transparency stuff.
So that's just a whole big red background layer. So then you can see through everything that's going to be transparent. Come back up here to the sides. Make that green just for the moment. So I can see what I'm doing. And I want to get this to the actual size. That's good there. That's good there. We can bring it out a little bit.
Yeah, that works. And duplicate that. Put you to the bottom so you're safe. File save so we don't lose anything so far. And this one, since it's still a cancel, since it's still a letter, change the color to that. And then roster type. Back up. Is that center?
There, snap, snap, snap. And out there. Alright. See where you in. About there. Alright.
Stroke, and we'll do a stroke as white, all F's, capital F.
Alright. 3, 6, 9. 9, 10, 12, 21.
33. Nope. 45. Maybe. That might be it. We can keep going. We'll keep messing with it. 45. 48. 51. Yeah, 54. 54 looks good. Alright, duplicate, layer. Control T, transform, layer. Right click on the transform, flip, vertical. Hold shift, up arrow. Clear the corners, rookie. Clear the corners. Clear the corners, rookie. See that? The corners. Clear the corners, rookie. Enter, that's good.
Is it though? Is it though? Because of that thing there. We'll see. Sides. That's what we're going to do. We're going to read this sucker.
So then you have lines to snap to.
Go half. Then right in there at the 3. So it's right there. And we'll go here on the 7. And we'll go half.
We're just going to throw it off a little bit, but okay. Oh, arrow left. Wait a minute. Yeah, we did it. Shift, arrow left. Boring waiting. Just grab and move over. Alright. That's that. And then circle.
Stroke, and the stroke is white. And it's 54.
And put that beneath. Okay, then we'll take that and duplicate. And put that on top. And get rid of stroke on that one. So there's that. As a matter of fact, then we'll duplicate it again. And shrink it down. It's about there. And turn that stroke on. So there we go. Then comes the D part. Okay, so we'll go U and U. and layer merge linked. So that's all one thing. Move this down to almost the bottom. There we go. And then we need, where's my friend? It's not you. Was it you? Maybe it was you. Yes, that's the main phone there. So yeah, it was that guy. Alright, so then you there. Make sure you're centered. And we'll make it bigger. About there. Yeah. Oh, there. Rasterized. Well, just in case.
Original layer and hide it on the bottom in case anything messes up with the copy. Then we didn't lose the original shape and everything that we needed, and you don't have to go looking for it all over again.
Then you can take that copy, then image layer. Hey, layer, rasterize, and type. There you go. Control T. One at the top there, then one at the bottom there. So that's good. This one here can be filled. So we'll bring a box in here. Make a new layer. Fill that layer in. Control D, deselect. And I'll take this and that and group those together. Layer merge linked. Link them together, make it merge linked. Drag that to the bottom. Bottom beneath the pillars there on the side. And then I can see where this is here. And that's there. So let me
Yes, me being cautious. That one and this one. Oh, let me show you. I'll do it that way.
So there's this as a guide, and we'll cut this little square out later. Rectangle, we'll cut that out later. And so there's this that we made, which is going to be the mock-up, or the copy of this. I'm going to transform this into this, stylize that. Yeah.
looking at the centering there. It's not so centered. Control T. You can see the little things pop up there. So it's a cool nudge. Control T, bring it up some to there. So there, we're good. Yep, that's good. Alright, centered. Actually, what I want to do is Control T, bring that in to there. Yeah. There, so that's good. So we don't need this. We don't need this one. We'll keep that one. We'll turn it off now. And there's these, which are on the side. There. Then on this one, we can actually go back in. Let me do that too. Did I do that? I think I did that. I'll do it anyway, again, because you can always get in there. Yeah. You can always undo, and you can always redo. Well, for the most part. Late. You might not even need these side parts. These here. That was in case this had to get stretched. But that looks good.
I'm planning stuff out in my head. What I'm planning out in my head is I'm trying to see when the things curve up and down here, that stroke line is going to separate this white space. So, do I need to cut it anymore? I don't think I do. Like this here. See how that white line cuts it? So then that way, if you're looking at it on a white space, there you go, see? That's what you're looking at. So, will it need to be cut anymore? I was going to cut it straight across, but no, that's fine.
That works there like that. Yep, that works. That works. Okay. There's the top. Alright, and that's the thing I was going to do. So then I can come back in here. No, wait, not you. You there. And I can grab this guy here. Yeah, that's good. There. There, and I got him. Delete. There you go. Alright, and then my little circle friend. There you go. And now you have a picture frame, that's a cell phone. Wait, we forgot the little square thing at the top. That's right. New layer. We'll just make a white rectangle. Actually, I should put that. Where'd you go, new layer? Where did you go? There you are, okay. Yeah, you're in a good spot. Doesn't really matter how big. Does it? No, it doesn't. Control D, deselect. Center it. So you're centered. That actually works there, like that. Yeah, cool. That's that there, and that there. Actually, let's bring this little guy in a little more. Zoom in there. And, right, you're gonna do that. Zoom in a little more. Please, a little more. That's fine. Take stroke up. Out there.
102. Because 1 and 2 is 3.
2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4.
I know it's a weird way of doing it, but... Hey, we can do that too, why not? Duplicate. It works. Alright.
File, save as. The artist phone frame. Yay. Then I can close that one because that saved the phone frame. Then file, open. Wait a minute. I did that backwards. I did it prematurely. I jumped the gun. So also file, save as. Save that as the regular one too. Save, yes, replace it. So then there's 2. And why do you want 2? So that way, if you ever want to come back and do anything else, you have 1 copy of the phone frame that you can work with, and then 1 copy of the whole piece altogether that you can work with. But what we're going to do is free up space in the main thing. Open. There you go. Alright. And so we're going to take all this stuff here. So we'll take this guy here. This is the top one here. leave everything on. Then link it to this guy here, which is the little circle. Leave everything on. And this one here is the circle on top, on the bottom. Leave everything on. Leave everything on. Keep going down. Link it. Link it. Link it. Link it. And everything. Link all of it. This we didn't even really use. The side layers, but it's there. Whatever. You don't know what you are, but I don't see anything, so sure, link it. As long as this looks good, link everything. Oh, you're the white layer, that little thing at the top. Yeah. Right, so, and then we don't need, we can hide you back down here. You're the guideline thing. Alright, so that's that. And since they're all linked, you want to merge linked, which is layer merge linked, so then they'll all become one solid image. Well, when this gets done. Okay, there's, see, it's all one solid image now, so that way you have this, but oh no, there's white spaces here. We don't want white spaces. What we want is just solid black images and for the white stuff to be hollow, empty space. So what we're going to do is turn off everything else that's white, because that will get deleted if it's in there. And we have now just empty space. A red layer on the back so we can check to make sure the things that are supposed to be empty space are actually empty space. And this here, where we have to delete the white to get empty space. And the way to do that, just to make sure I'm in there. Okay, so you go to select, and then you go to color range. And move you over, and we will select white as the range of color that we want to select. And it'll grab it, and then you hit OK, and it'll do it, it's grabbing it. Do it. Execute the order. Okay, so there it is, all the whites grabbed. Then you hit delete. And now, Control D is deselect. Now you have just that frame. The phone frame. Why do you want that?
What will we go with? OCRA is a cool digital font. Let's check again. Computer. 1001 free fonts. Make sure your license type is free, so this is all the free stuff that you can use. And we want a computery looking thing. I know this one, that looks pretty nice. We'll try that heavy data download. Something that's bold enough, but also empty enough, like this here. Looks good on the rounded kind of things, but the straight things are just too blocky. This is better. Even though straight things are blocky, there's, I don't know. This is more boldish. That is, we'll try that one. Pixel, I might already have that. Alpha Beta, we'll try it, Alpha Beta. Work with those three, because you can be in here all day looking through fonts and not get anything done. Especially if you know the type of font that you're looking for. Like, I wanted something kind of like that, you know? So once you know the type, like, see how there's not really that much difference between them. There's a little difference, but there's not much. Nah. Not enough to keep looking through. I know I skipped, but yeah, not enough to keep looking through. You know? Yeah, so limit yourself when you're looking through fonts. That's nice. I'll take you just in case. I can do stuff with that. And what we want to do is go to the downloads and upload them. Downloads. Touchscreen, which is this last one that we did. Open with Windows Explorer. Open with Windows Explorer. Thank you. Install. There's the phrase. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So then you can tell what letters are what. You've been installed. Beta. Open with Windows Explorer. 10 fonts later. Thank you for your cooperation, and may the odds be forever in your favor. Windows Explorer. Install. Thank you. No, I'm not going to get carried away with that. Install. So that's all installed. Yeah, I forgot the names of them already. Beta pixel. Okay, so the phrase. Turn you off. The phrase. There are 3 variations of the phrase, and the font is huge. 60. What do you look like? 60. Okay, 60 looks cool.
Alpha, beta. There we go, alpha, beta, sure. And the phrase was either... Could not use because the text went off of the screen. And that's just wonderful. That's just wonderful.
Oh boy, here we go with this thing now. Okay. 48, there you go. You're gonna do it. You're gonna work with me here. You're gonna work with me here. We're working today. We're working today, computer. No, we're not working today. Yes, because the result would be too big. That's why I said this, the same as this.
Just you know why.
But you just didn't do it when I did it. See? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. When I click stuff, then you click. That's kind of how computers work. Okay. And there, right, something like that. But that looks like art list. So, maybe that. Because there's the art is outside the box. There's the artist is outside the box. There's just, this is, well, the artist is wearing the shirt. Or the art is wearing the shirt. But saying the art is outside of the box is a poke at digital AI art. People doing the stuff on their phone. Saying that you, the person, the human being, is the actual art. You know, like God made. And then you're the actual artist at the same time because you're the one that's creating things. So, yeah. And you're outside of the box, which you are outside of your phone. You are not an android. You are you. So go create and be yourself and do stuff. Yeah, so there's the explanation of that. While we were actually making the shirt design. And then we'll make the shirt. But which phrase is the phrase? That's the thing. The good thing about print on demand is you can make all of the phrases and throw them all on shirts, and then whoever buys whichever one, they'll just buy whichever one. So, we could do that, but you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start with one. The artwork is outside the box. I like that because the artwork means the work that you do. The artwork, which means you are the art. But also the artwork as in like creation, you know, the artwork, and you being a piece of the artwork. That's a bit, yeah, that's outside the box. Or there's this. Like play on words. The artwork's outside the box. Decisions. Dexkisions. And then there's this. Which looks like a glitch. That's where I start thinking, because I'm a thinker. then I would do things like, let's see here. Okay, we'll keep this here. That's works and work is, because apostrophe, you put the apostrophe. For those who don't know grammar and stuff, you put the apostrophe where the missing letter is. The missing letter is the I. Which is funny, that's a statement, because it's digital, then the I is missing when it comes to the artworks. So you have to fill in the I by being the artwork and the artist outside of the box. What's in the box? But then there is... Okay. So what I was going to... Well, I'll show you. Duplicate. That's right, because you're in this thing. Yes, okay, sure. Oh, and also file save, so we don't get screwed. Yeah. Do it. Must go faster. There you go. Alright. And duplicate layout. And I'm going to take this and make it just enter, so it's empty space. Wow, that's a lot of empty space. Is that two? That is two. We only need one, pal. We only need the one. Just wanted to give you a hug, Ray. Just wanted to give you a hug. W. Yeah, we'll do it capital W. O. R. K. Apostrophe. S. And then Control T. And flip horizontal. So, even though you see artworks and you're like, hey, the works is all screwed up. Get it? Because it's digital. So the digital artwork is all screwed up. And so it's inverted and backwards. Get it? Yeah. And like this is even wrong as a typo, because AI gives you almost what you want, but there's always that little thing inside. Yep. This kitchens. It's just that people are going to read that as in like Warns. What is Warns? And it's always works. So then you might have to play with things like making this a capital letter K. Or you just put a space in there, and then you can come back over and eliminate that whole hassle. Just typing a letter K, so then they could kind of get it a little better. There you go. Yeah, I know I did. I didn't use a measuring device to put this at the exact bottom of the thing there, whatever. It looks good. It looks level enough. Yeah, what does that look like on a red shirt? I know too, the space on this side. And the space on this side is killing me. It's because of the period. That period brings, like, without it, this would be over a little bit, so it'll be lined up with this kind of. But this little gap here looks too close to this edge, and this looks like too far from this edge. But it's because the... Yeah, it's the edge thing. Not like you two, the edge. No, not that edge. But the edge is in the spacing here. It does not look centered. But it's because probably the type is not rasterized. So, if I click on this one so you can see it and hit Control T, see how there's space on this side and no space on this side? It's because with the letters there. There's something... Either there's something over here, or it just gives you extra space on that font on this side. So, when you rasterize the type, that space will delete. And then you can group all the letters in one group once you get your text how you finally want it. Which is why you take the text and we'll duplicate layer. And turn that one off, and then take this one and duplicate layer. And turn that one off, and then take this one and duplicate layer. And turn that one off, so we take the copy and the copy and the copy, and you group all of those together. Link all of those together. Then you go to layer, then you go to merge linked, and now they all become one flat image. It's no longer text, it's an image. And you can see, Control T, now it's able to be centered. You can grab it and just nudge it over and it'll snap to the center line. And see, the spacing now looks better. There you go, and you can bring it down so it's centered, more close to it. And that looks good enough for now. Yeah, that works. That works. That's enough as far as making statements with words. A lot goes into a t-shirt, huh? So then, because we know that everything is all hollowed out and clean, and all we have is the black text here, that's all we want. What we can do is, you do different variations at this point. You can take this here text and make it white, so you have black here and then white here. So then, I'll show you that. Duplicate this layer. And I'll turn the bottom one off. Well, I'll leave the bottom one on. And then take the top one, and then its image, and adjust, and then invert. Invert flips the color from black to white. So when you look at it on a red shirt, that's what you see. As opposed to all black. Which is just a little bit of a variation, which, you know, people dig that. You could also take that layer and duplicate it. Okay. And then this lower one here, we will add a stroke, and I'll make the stroke red just because I could delete it later. Okay, and then 3, 4, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. Okay, 12. You don't want to go too much because you got limited space on the sides here. Unless you shrink the whole text in, which would make it look smaller. Because that's what shrinking does. Duplicate that. And then on that new bottom layer, because we're layering stuff. So then I'll change the stroke on this bottom layer to black. And since it's the same size as the one on top of it, we'll make it bigger. So now you can see that there's an outline on the letters, and I'll crank it way up. I'm gonna crank it, keep cranking it until I get the sides here where I want it. Because, so this is the, we'll turn them off. So this is the bottom layer, what that looks like. All muddy and disgusting, but it doesn't matter because this here is on top of it. And I can take that stroke and increase that one. Ah, see? Fella knows what he's doing. 33. Amazing. Then I can put that one on top of it, which did very little difference, but anyway. So that's what you get there. Or you could have the white text inside like that. So you would have white text with a black outline, which has been spaced or gapped. Like that there. Then you could get into the whole thing of playing with colors, like make the text blue or make the text green. But black and white is good and simple and easy. So we'll go black and white. So if that's what we're going to do, is that what we're going to do? Is that what we're going to do? Sure, let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to have to do now is turn this here, because we made that. I mean, we can make the stroke. No, yeah, you want to leave it red. So what you want to do is leave it red. Turn off this red layer on the bottom. And because if you made it white, when you select this to delete it, you'll delete the inside, the text that you want to keep white as well. So you leave it red, so then you just delete the red. Turn off this red that you want to keep. And then we can take this white text and this black text with the red outline, and then this big heavier black outline, and link all those together. So then we can layer and merge link to make that all one solid merge link, to make that merge link, to make that all one solid image. And then file, save, and this is the one that's the artist, the whole thing. This is not just the frame, because we got the frame in another image, another file. So then you take that there, and you go to select, and then you go to color range. And well, actually, let me zoom in just to make sure I can grab that color right. And then I can make this bigger too. Embiggen it. Embiggen it. Let's embiggen it. Okay, so then we can go to select and to color range, and then grab the red. So you can see all the red there selected, and you hit OK. And then it'll grab it. It's grabbing just the red. Not all the red, because remember we turned that one off, so that one's safe. It's going to grab whatever you can see. You hit delete, so that deletes. Then Control D to deselect it. There's still a little edge of red, which is annoying. Control Z, which brings it back, and then hit delete again, delete again, delete again, delete again, delete again, delete again. Maybe that got it. Control D, and whatever. What you can do at that point is on this here layer, the ones that you have a little bit of. Here, I'll put this green on there. Well, no, that kind of got rid of it. We'll zoom in. Since you can see that there's still a little bit of edge of color, you can just go on this layer here, which is that whole thing, just the whole text. With this white, with this little pink edge, you can go to layer, wait a minute, was it image mode? Well, you could throw it in grayscale, or you can go to, because if you go to grayscale, it'll just make it black and white, and then you just adjust the levels. So, image, adjust, levels, we can do that. We'll just do the levels. We'll leave it as it is and just adjust the levels. That's one way to do it. If you take the white and you bring the white all the way up, then it'll turn it to just white. This is white, this is middle gray, so anything that's in the middle, and then this is your dark, so anything that is dark, it will embiggen it.
It'll increase the darkness.
But yeah, it'll increase the dark. So what you want to do is increase the white. You can do that like that. Another way to do it is, if you go to image, just hue saturation, just decrease the saturation, and it'll take all that out, which will turn it gray, and then you just increase the light. Oh, no, not that. Then, well, I guess you gotta do the levels thing anyway, so maybe levels is just the way to go, because you're gonna have to end up doing that anyway.
So, yes, image, adjust, levels, grab the white layer. You can grab the gray layer and just turn it white, because it is just the middle color that we're going for. But just to be on the safe side, you just grab all the white and increase that. So that's all that. And then, do we want to do it? We can bring it down a little bit just to make sure we didn't lose anything on the black part, on the dark side. Vader. I can't hold on.
I can't hold it any longer. I can't.
Yes, power. Unlimited power. Food. Glorious food. Power. Unlimited power. So that's what you got right there.
The artwork's outside the box. You're like, hey, that's okay. See, that's the part that makes people think about your t-shirt. When you're wearing your shirt, they're like, what's up with that? You say, I don't know. What is up with that? Well, the work's all weird. Oh, I get it, because it's digital. So the digital, hey, that's a cool shirt. Hey, I want that shirt. Where'd you get that? You got it from samurairuach.com. That's where you got it from. That's where, baby. If it'll pull up. If it'll open at 11:42 on this video. Because we're stacking them. We don't care. Time is not an hour. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Shop. Until you drop. You better shop around. Shop around. I don't have ADD. You have ADD. I'm not autistic. You're autistic. Your face is autistic. Whatever. I don't have issues. Mad Magazine has issues. Time has issues. The Uncanny X-Men have issues. The Amazing Spider-Man has issues. Anyway, Lobo. Brother Man has issues. Yep, so there you go. So it'll be in there. But what type of a thing is it? What type of thing is it? See, I'm trying not to make another category, so I'm looking at these, and I know it'll go into t-shirts, all short sleeve t-shirts, if it will let me make a short sleeve t-shirt. But what other thing would that fit into? I could fit it into the black light thing here. Whatever. Okay, so since we have that there, that's cool. That's how we want it, right? What you can then do, just to give yourself variations, and then this is it. This is the main thing we're working with, is basically this text here, or text image, and then the phone image. So there's the phone image, and there's the text image.
So what you can do is take the phone image and duplicate that layer. Or, we'll leave it. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. So you can take this here image here. I'll do it all in one shot. That's what I'm going to do. What I was going to do is take this phone and invert it so the phone is white. And then take this here and then invert it so that the white is black and then the black is white. But I'll just take the whole thing, file, save as, and then we'll save it as a PNG. Because with the PNG, Then we'll call this a white letter. Oh, we'll call it black image. Let's call it black because the main phone and everything else is black. PNG, if it will save, will it save? You're gonna do it? You're gonna do it? Do it. Do it. Oh, I'm afraid that the PNG file will be quite operational by the time this phone image has been complete. Stretch the back and the shoulders.
And it so happens that while you're talking, because this window here is the Photoshop, and that's on top of this window here that you can't see, which if I click on it, then it'll be this big. But that's the window that has the clock right here, so you can see if you're recording and how much time you have left. Is this even recording? No, it's not even recording. Because this is open. Is it? What are you doing? What's happening here? This is annoying. This is what we have to work with. We have annoyance to work with. What are you doing? It's showing me nothing. It's showing me nothing. Nothing. Nothing, Squid. Nothing.